Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our Final Fantasy Evokers video. I don't know what the title of this, but we're going to be comparing Carl versus Evokers. And you might be saying, why Evokers? Why not just do someone else? Because apparently, I just learned that, I learned that Carl is like basically an Evoker, not literally an Evoker, but he doesn't benefit from variants or killers. So he only benefits from his lone burst damage passive, like how much lone burst he has, which is 300%. So that's about all you can do to influence it, apparently, because it's white damage, white text damage. So we're calling it true damage, Carl damage, whatever you want to call it. So Evokers are like the best thing you can compare them to, and this is my Summon Iridia build. It's so hard to build her because she's TDH for some reason, and she has no true dual wield ability, being unlike Luna Freya, I believe. So this is the best I could do with what I have. I don't know how I don't know how to improve this any better, but that being said, let's get into it. This is the newest fight, which has a lot of stats, so this would be a very good test to compare damage. I forgot we are bringing Yuna with us for this part. So Frisia is going to... The other one doesn't matter. The only ability that actually matters is the one that resists status effects. Wait, I don't know if you have to use this because I don't know all of his effects of the boss, but I assume since people say to bring her along is because of that. I assume, anyway. And we're gonna break, and she is going to go ahead and do that and this, and I should enhance this, but I still haven't done it. I keep thinking every time I want to do it, and then it's just like I haven't done it, so that's unfortunate. We'll take a little bit of damage, but we'll live every time. We have a healer, of course, so we'll be okay. She's just gonna repeat what she just did. Shift and use. I guess the last one doesn't really matter that much. HEB. Use Yuna's LB, the setup for Iridia, which is resisted but doesn't matter because we're not doing it for the damage. I sure wish she could counter to get her LB up, but I guess it doesn't matter that much. Doesn't really matter. We have everything we need now. Lightning zone burst. Alright, so obviously I'm not going to do this trial in completion. I'm just testing the damage, so... Let's see how much damage that did there, guys. That's around the amount that I did in my test runs. Actually, a little bit higher than I think a tiny bit higher. So 1.4 billion, pretty decent for an evoker. All right, now let's check out Carl. I'm gonna click on the boss so you guys don't think I'm doing something else or something to like make it weird. And we don't need to bring a friend because apparently Warrior of Light doesn't actually help Carl at all for some reason, because it doesn't, his type of damage isn't in Warrior of Light's cooldown listing. Unfortunate. Here's my Carl build, as equal as I can possibly make it in terms of attack and magic. It was equal earlier, but the level bonus threw it off a little bit. So 2 Kurosami STMRs. I still don't understand why they changed it, but if you're a gold player and you're watching this, this is Kurosami's STMR, the New Vision version, but they changed it. This is Ish's STMR, which gives him 500 flat attack and magic, which is better than his STMR. The unfortunate thing is you have to equip his TMR, which doesn't do anything for him when he's using his LB. And Subservient, which gives 100% attack and magic, which is what I needed. And this is what also helped out a little bit. Kurosami's vision card. So we're also bringing Ish with us because she has a spear and peril. And we're not bringing a friend to make it slightly equal. Let's go. So we have to wait until turn 4 to do anything because of SLB nonsense. So we'll just have to wait. He's got nothing to do. And I guess she can do this. Doesn't really matter that much. Since we're waiting one more turn than normal, then we don't really want to use her grandest yet. She'll probably get berserked on turn 4 though, but it doesn't matter at that point because remember we're not doing this fight for real. We're just testing the damage. If we were doing the fight for real, getting berserked would be really annoying. Now we can use Grandis. We don't really need to use that, it's just for fun. Just stalling, pretty much. He takes 1,000 damage each turn, but it doesn't really matter since we have a healer with us. Usually I probably wouldn't bring that, but we have a healer, so it's not a big deal. And I won't be using his regular LB because it's not really like worth it. Like it's not really fair to compare. We're gonna do his SLB only. Yeah, she's berserk now, so this is basically where it would end almost. So I think anyways. So we'll be using Ish's SLB for 35% spear and peril. And let's see. Oh man, I missed. I gotta try that again. Alright, normally I would edit this out, but actually I'm not going to this time because I'm gonna highlight the usefulness of accuracy buffs are finally coming into play. I told you guys eventually it would happen. Of course you could always, you know, change this around to make her TDH or something, but this accuracy buff allows me to actually use my abilities and hit them, so that's good, right? It's pretty good, I would say. Anyways, now let's see what happens. I mean, just from that alone, you can already pretty much tell that his damage is far superior. And this time there's no unit there. He obviously doesn't benefit from unit. Yeah, that's way more damage, guys. That's way more damage. 1.9 versus 1.4. That's pretty big difference. If you compare this, if you were doing Dark Visions, for example, that'd be a big difference. So, he does not benefit from killers. He does not have any variants, but his modifier is so powerful that I don't think it even matters. I think people are mixed. Most people are saying he's bad, but I don't think he's that bad. The blizzaja route is okay, but you need to use his SLB to get his quad cast. So after his SLB, you could do blizzaja and get that going. But you see this modifier right here? This is huge. This is gigantic. This is so big. that it feels like it was a mistake, but it's not. It's not a mistake because of the reason why it's not true hybrid damage. It's a different type of damage altogether, as you saw with white. So, not true hybrid damage. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Carl is amazing. I wish I could get him the X3, but I failed. And I'm not pulling on that banner anymore. No way. No way. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate ya, and I'll see you in the very next video. Peace!